Alright, today we're going to be talking about interrogatives, or more commonly known as question words. Now, we talked about interrogatives at the beginning of the year. This time around, we are going to focus on how to form questions, the correct word order, as well as revisit those question words, because it's important that you know how to use those correctly. So one of the things that we'd like for you to focus on with these question words is really knowing where those accents go and using those accents in your writing. That will increase the quality of your writing by quite a bit. So we've got que, what, como, how, cuando, when, por qué, why, cuánto or cuánta, how much, the plural form of that, cuántos, and cuántas, how many. Notice those are going to agree in gender and number. Donde, where. A donde means to where, and we're going to use our verb ir with that. De donde, from where. Quién is who. Quiénes is the plural form. Cuál means which or what. And cuáles is the plural form, which ones. So those are your question words. Again, note where those accents are. Now let's talk about questions with question words. So, ¿qué haces tú el lunes? ¿Qué is our question word. Haces is our verb. And tú is our subject. We'll come back to that here in just a second. So in asking a question, the subject goes after the verb. The subject goes after the verb when asking a question. That's the most important piece of this that we're talking about right now. The word order. The subject goes after the verb. Now let's go back to the translation. ¿Qué haces tú el lunes? What are you doing on Monday, Notice the word are in English is already included in the verb in Spanish. That's a common error that students make. They add es or something along those lines. Alright, so then let's talk about how you would respond to this question. ¿Qué haces tú el lunes? Yo voy a pescar. I'm going to fish. Notice in a response, the subject goes before the verb, just like you guys have been working on since Spanish 1. So that's not changing at all. Alright, so here's an opportunity to practice. How did you all travel to Mexico? Now that did is going to be included in your verb. So you've got your question word how, your verb to travel, and then to Mexico. Alright, and then why are they in the hotel? Again, your question word, and then think about when we're talking about location. Think about we're talking about location. So go ahead and hit pause and write those questions out now. Alright, let's see how you did. ¿Cómo viajaron ustedes a México? Notice we've got our question word how, our verb viajaron, did you all travel, and then our subject ustedes a México. Again, think about what those colors would be. Our como would be purple, viajaron would be blue, and ustedes would be red. Alright, number 2, why are they in the hotel? ¿Por qué están ellos en el hotel? We've got our question word por qué. Están is our subject, or excuse me, is our verb. Ellos is our subject in el hotel. Alright, so we can form questions without question words. In doing so, we're just going to use the verb. So, ¿dieron ustedes una caminata el año pasado? Again, we've got just our verb, and then our subject. And then note, the translation is, did you all take a hike last year? Notice in Spanish, we don't have the word did. It's considered a cross-out word at the beginning of a sentence. So I think about that as the upside-down question mark. So let's look at our response. ¿Dieron ustedes una caminata el año pasado? Sí. Nosotros las dimos en Argentina. Yes, we took one in Argentina. Again, notice our word order. Just like you guys have been working with since Spanish 1. We've got your subject and then your verb. Notice that la in there is our DOP. That's not going away. So yes, we took one in Argentina. We took it in Argentina. So here's your last opportunity to stop and practice. Do you visit the museum on Saturdays? Do you visit a museum on Saturdays? Again, do, think about it, is a cross-out word. What's our verb to visit? And then how do we say on Sundays? For number 2, did you and your family go sightseeing last month? Think about who's our subject, and then our verb to go sightseeing, or a phrase to go sightseeing. That's on your vocab list. Please make sure if you don't know what that is that you take the time to look it up. Hit pause and write out those questions now. All right, let's check it out. ¿Visitaste tú el Museo los Sábados? Did you visit the museum on Saturdays? Oh, did you? Let's go back to number 1 here in just a second. ¿Vieron tú y tu familia las atracciones el mes pasado? Did you and your family go sightseeing last month? Number 2, notice if we made it in the present tense, it should be visitas tú el Museo los Sábados. And then again, for number 2, our subject follows our verb. Vieron tú y tu familia. All right, so those are your notes for today. If you have any questions, please make sure you jot those down and ask next time we see you in class. Thanks.